Hey guys, good morning. Well, it's morning for me. It's 10:42 right now on a Sunday afternoon, and me and Chris are super excited because we bought a house. Oh my god. Well, it's a townhouse, but we were finally able to buy a house, and we're so happy and excited. I can't even describe it. It's freaking crazy. So if you watched my first video 2018, you know that I was talking about how we had another house under contract and it ended up falling through after like 3 months, and it was like this whole huge drama, and it was horrible. It was just like a horrible experience, and it's just crazy. Everything really does work out for a reason, because the house that we're getting now is actually, well, that we got is actually a lot bigger. It's like double the size, so we can stay there for a lot longer, and it's just like exactly what we wanted. It's crazy. So Chris is actually over there at the house right now, just to give you guys a little bit of an update. The house, we do have to redo a bunch of stuff in the house. We do have to do a lot of renovations. Luckily, the people that own the house before us, they had just put in a brand new floor. So the floor, and it's beautiful. It's like exactly the floor that I would have picked myself. I absolutely love it. Thank God. So we have brand new floor, but we do have mold in the kitchen, which is a situation. We have to basically rip out the whole kitchen and redo that. So that's the first thing that we have to do. But Chris's closet is fine for now the way that it is. Like, he has like a lot of hanging space. But my closet, like, our bedroom is on the second floor, and the people that lived there previously, they moved the laundry from like the laundry room on the first floor up to the second floor. So it's in my closet on the second floor. So there's no racks in there. It's just like 4 walls. There's like one little rack on half the wall, and that's it. So I can't even unpack my stuff. I'm gonna go get my day started. I'm gonna go stop at Einstein's, get some coffee, my favorite. And yeah, I'll give you guys a little house tour as soon as I get there. Okay guys, so we're gonna switch over to voice over here so I can give you a nice little tour of our house before. So this is right when you walk in. As you can see, there's kind of like a little foyer type place, this super cute little chandelier. We had this really terrible crown molding all the way across like the house that was like super ornate. We ripped it off. By the time you're seeing this video, that was already ripped off. These are the stairs that lead up to our bedroom, and these were covered in red carpet. I will put a little picture of the red carpet here in the corner so you guys can see it. This is just a close-up of the floor that they laid down before we purchased the house. We got really lucky, like I said, with this floor. This is just like that tile that looks like wood, but it's like a nice creamy neutral color. It's very similar to something I would have picked myself, so I was very happy with it. I'm sorry it's so dirty, but this is in the middle of construction, so that's why everything is such a disaster. Peep the little beer right there. So this is just an overview of the whole living area. That's the front door where we walked in through. As you can see, there's like a faucet with lights coming up on that wall. We ended up getting rid of that faucet, and we ended up getting rid of this wall too, which you guys will see in a little while, to give the house a more of an open concept. So when you walk in through this area, now we're in the kitchen dining type area. So this is actually the kitchen. At this point, we had already ripped the kitchen out. That was like the first thing we did when we bought the house. We literally put a new keypad on the door and ripped out the kitchen within like the first 4 days of having the house. So I'll put a picture here on the screen so you can see what the kitchen did look like. And this was the pantry. We ended up getting rid of the pantry because we knocked that wall down, like I said, to give the house more of an open concept. But we have a lot of cabinet space, so we really don't need a pantry. This is the dining area. And then these doors lead to our little patio on the lake. So from when we saw the house, we were super happy that it was on the lake. Me and Chris both love the water. So we really loved that it was on the lake, and we had this nice little outdoor area that we could kind of sit at night and just relax out here. Obviously, it's a disaster right now, and we did quite a bit. We're actually not done with this area just yet. We've done like 90% of what we need to do, but there's still a big piece that we need to do out there. So now that we're back inside, let's go into some of the bedrooms. So we're in the dining room, and we're gonna walk into this room right here, which is supposed to be like a mini master, but we actually ended up using this room as a den slash poker room slash man cave type room. We actually ended up doing a lot of landscaping on the side yard, which you guys will see eventually. But yeah, this is kind of just like an extra bedroom. This house does have 4 bedrooms, so we decided to just use it as kind of like an entertaining room. This actually was a closet that was in here that led to the outside, like to the side to the back patio of the house. And we ended up turning that into the laundry room. You'll see the laundry now in a little bit because it's upstairs in my closet. And this room also has its own bathroom. We have not redone the bathrooms yet. We pretty much have done everything in the house except the bathrooms. We purchased this house, and our wedding was 4 months after we moved in. So we had a lot going on when we purchased this home, so we did a bunch of stuff. But now that we're back from the wedding, we actually were just talking about that last night, like when are we gonna do the bathrooms, because we need to do them. So here's our little side yard, and this is actually one of the main reasons we bought the house, because we really wanted a townhouse. We didn't want a house with a lot of maintenance. We're never home. We like to travel. We like to go out with our friends. We're always doing stuff. So we were like, we don't want a house that we have to like live for the house 24/7, you know? But we also still kind of wanted a yard. We have dogs. We like to have people over. We like to like entertain. So when we saw that our house had this little side yard, we were like, oh my God, this is so perfect, because it's the perfect amount of yard that there's not that much maintenance, but we can really utilize the space well and make the most out of it. So we were really happy about the side yard. So this room has two entrances. It has an entrance from the dining room, and it has an entrance from the hallway of the house. As you can see, we're back in the family room, like living area. So when you come in through this little hallway from the family room, we have two more bedrooms in this area and a bathroom. Here is the bathroom, so you can see it. Again, we have not redone the bathrooms yet, so you won't see an after of the bathrooms just yet. That'll be coming later. But once you leave the bathroom and you go to the furthest room down the hallway, we reach my workroom. Besides the kitchen, I think that this is the room that we did the most work in. As you can see, it's like a home office right now. We had these really awesome beams built into the walls already. It had this big built out like mueble, I don't even know how to say that in English, a furniture piece. And there was like a big built-in desk all the way around the room, which you're gonna see right now. And we had mirrored walls, and it was just really old school, guys. Like, this was an old school room. There I am, hello to everyone. But this room just had so many nice accents and like so much character to it, like the wooden beams on the ceiling, the brick columns. I just loved this room so much, and it had so much potential, so we were so excited to do this room. And then when you come out of this room and go to the room right next to it, it's another guest room. Actually, this is the room that I'm sitting in right now doing this voiceover. This is kind of like our home office slash guest room slash just random boxes that we still haven't unpacked. This is kind of just like our random room right now. It doesn't really have a purpose except home office, I guess. Now let's head upstairs so you guys can see the master bedroom. So when you come up the stairs, it's just like an AC closet. And then right to the left is the only door when you come up, and this is our bedroom. As you can see, it's a pretty good size. Right now we just have our bed and our nightstands in here. So I'm still trying to figure out like what I'm gonna do to fill up this room because it's really big. So in this video, you're not gonna see an after of this room because all we did in here was paint, put baseboards, and put the same doors we put over the whole house. So once I finish up this room and finish furnishing it, I'll for sure show you guys how it comes out. But as you can see, this is supposed to be my closet, and the washer and dryer are in here right now because they were using this as a laundry room. So we ended up moving the washer and dryer downstairs, which you guys will see shortly, very soon. So that was my closet. And then this over here is Chris's closet. We do have to do the closet. As you can see, Chris's closet actually had closet stuff inside of it. Mine has nothing. So we actually still haven't done the closets either. We're missing to do the closet and the bathroom. Those are the two things that we're missing in the house. So those are the things we're gonna get done now that we're back from the wedding. And then this is our bathroom, which again, very outdated, but it's huge. So we are so excited to do this bathroom. Like, I think this is the first bathroom that we're gonna do when we start redoing the bathrooms now in a couple months. But we just have so much space. So there's like so much potential of what we can do. We have so many cool ideas, and we're so excited to get it done. There I am again. As you can see, we have this awesome, what is it? We call it the 90s porno tub with all the mirrors around it. Like, why do you need so many mirrors around your tub? We're still trying to figure that out. We're not really sure. But we have a big Roman tub. And then when you go into this little room over here, which I'm gonna walk into right now, all we have in there is a toilet and like a little shower. So we're probably gonna end up actually knocking that wall down to open up the whole room. And we're probably gonna do like a really long glass shower with double shower heads and put like a little Roman tub inside of the shower, maybe, is what we're thinking. But we'll see. This is our next project, so we're super excited about that. Another thing that we super duper loved about this house is that in our bedroom, we also have an outdoor patio. Me and Chris just like love being outdoors. Like, we love being outside. We love being by the water. It's just so relaxing to us. So we thought it was really nice that we had like this big patio upstairs in our room, which we're actually not even using right now because we haven't gotten curtains yet. So we have our shutters up to hide the sun from coming in. But you're not going to see an after of this little patio yet either because I haven't furnished it. We haven't done anything up here. We've just been focusing on the bigger stuff right now, and on the wedding is what we're focusing on. But we're super excited that now we're back and we get to start working really hard on the house again and getting it done. Ignore how terrible I look. I just left my workout literally like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, that's the whole house, guys. I know it's echoing a little bit because I'm actually standing in the master bedroom right now. As you can see, we have a lot of work to do, but it has a lot of potential. We're super excited. It's like exactly what we're looking for. It's the perfect size. We're on the lake. It's just in the perfect area. Like, we're super excited. Right now, our main focus is actually, it's happening today. Chris is demoing the wall downstairs today, the wall that's separating the kitchen from the family room. So that's getting demoed today. It's a little bit more of a big job. I'll kind of show you guys now. Give me 1 second, actually. Okay, so we're back downstairs now. So this is the wall that's in the kitchen with the pantry inside of it. We are getting rid of the pantry. I'm not that concerned about it though, because we're gonna have a bunch of cabinet space, so it's totally fine. But as you can see, the electrical panel is actually in this wall. Normally knocking on this wall wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's just sheetrock. It's not like holding up any of the ceiling or anything like that. It's just like a random wall that they have here. But because the electrical box is in it, it makes it a lot more complicated. So today, Chris is gonna finish up knocking down this wall. And then they have to rerun all the electrical over the weekend to the laundry room, to the room that's gonna be the laundry room, because right now my closet is the laundry room. So they have to run all that electrical over there. And then we can get started on doing the kitchen, which is super exciting. But right now, this is definitely priority. Just get this wall down. This wall's gotta go. So yeah, initially our plan was to leave the kitchen. We're like, okay, because we have the wedding coming up now in August. The wedding is in 6.5 months. Like, what the heck? It's freaking crazy. But we were gonna wait till after the wedding to really start doing stuff here in the house, because we already have brand new floors. We're just gonna paint, add some hi-hats, and do like a couple of, change out the rug on the stairs, and just do a couple little things. But the kitchen did have mold in it, so we had to rip it out. So at this point, it's kind of like, if we ever ripped out the kitchen and we wanted to knock down that wall anyways and do the island and do all this stuff, might as well just do it now, you know? But for now, that's really it. We're super excited, and I can't wait to show you guys everything we do to it. Hey guys, so we're back with the sideways camera because I'm driving, and just the way my dashboard is set up, I can't like put it flat. It has to be sideways, so annoying. So anyways, I just woke up not too long ago. That's why I'm looking so crazy right now. I'm looking a little extra crazy. But I want to go get some footage of the house for you guys, because we've done a lot to the townhouse. Today marks exactly 3 weeks and 6 days since we bought the house. So it's been, tomorrow it'll be exactly 1 month since we purchased, since we closed on our townhouse. We closed on a Friday, and that Saturday and Sunday we did a lot. Like, we changed the locks, we ripped out the kitchen, we ripped out some stuff. I know that I already showed you guys like what it looked like after that first weekend, and I put in some pictures of what it used to look like before we ripped everything out so you guys could see it. But we have actually done a lot. Actually, just now I just sat down in the car and I was like, okay, how long has it been since we closed, so I can give you guys like an update of how long it's been since we got the townhouse. And I can't believe it's only been like 4 weeks almost. I feel like it's been 2 months. This has been the longest 4 weeks, 3 weeks and 6 days of my life. You have no idea. So if any of you guys are thinking about purchasing a home and doing like home renovations and stuff, just know that it's not all sugar and spice and everything nice, you know? It's actually really stressful. There's a cop behind me. Give me a second. Am I allowed to vlog while I'm driving? I don't even know. We're gonna stop for a second. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry, that really sketched me out. There was a cop behind me and I was like, is it legal to vlog and drive? I don't even know. As I mentioned to you guys before, the kitchen had mold. So basically what's happening right now in the house is we ripped out the whole kitchen, which you guys already saw. And then we had to redo all of the, like, this is crazy. I never knew how a house worked, but we had to redo all of the electrical and all of the plumbing in the kitchen just because we were moving the appliances around. But basically, like, the kitchen was pretty small. The sink wasn't under the window. It was like in the corner, which is, that's where the leak was, and that's where the majority of the mold was. But like, you know, normally in kitchens, the sink is underneath of the window. But they put it like in a corner just because of the way that it was set up. Since it was just a small kitchen, I guess like they just had to set it up in that way in order to fit all the appliances. But we broke down that pantry wall, we extended the kitchen a little bit, so we got like a little bit more space to play with, so we were able to move the stuff around in the kitchen. We had to put electric power behind where the fridge is gonna be, where the dishwasher is gonna be. We're gonna have the microwave in the island, so we had to like run power to where the island's gonna be because we're adding an island to the kitchen. We had to put power for the oven. We had to put power for the hood. Then we had to put plumbing for the fridge so we can get water from the fridge. We had to put new plumbing for the sink because now the sink is in a new place. It's this whole ordeal. Like, this is very complicated. I had no idea. I thought it was just like, oh, you buy a sink at Home Depot, install it, and like, that's it, you're done, you know? No, that's not how it is at all. So that's what they've been pretty much working on for the most part. Remember how I had told you we had to knock down that wall and move the electric panel? They did that. We also finished all the lights over the house. There's no pretty light fixtures. Like in the kitchen, we're gonna have 2 pendants hanging over the island. I'm gonna have like a pretty chandelier in the dining room, and none of those things are there right now. There's power there to put those things, but those things haven't been installed yet. Obviously, like that's last. We already have all the hi-hats over the whole house, and that in itself made a massive difference. It just made the house look a lot more modern and a lot more like updated. For the most part, those are like all the things that have been done in the house. It's a lot. I'm actually pretty shocked now that I'm thinking about it, that it's only been 4 weeks and that we've done the amount that we've done. We did already decide on the kitchen cabinets. We already got the measurements done. They're already ordered. They just haven't been installed. Hopefully they'll come and install them like next week. Chris told me that the cabinets aren't that big of a deal. Like they kind of just come already made, and the installation takes like 2 to 3 hours. Like it's like a quick thing. It's just like blah, 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 and like it's installed. So, I mean, in this whole process, I've learned that nothing is a quick thing, and nothing is like, oh yeah, it's not a big deal, just do it. Like Chris said, Chris was like, if one more person tells me, oh, you should do this, it's not a big deal, he's like, I'm literally gonna just like start screaming. He's like, because if there's one thing that I've learned is that everything in this house is a big deal. So, you know. Okay guys, so here we are back at the house. As you can see, the wall is gone, and they already started putting up all the new sheetrock here in the kitchen. Behind the sheetrock is where all the plumbing and the electricity is, and we actually taped on the floor the exact measurements of the cabinets, so we got an idea of more or less how the kitchen would be laid out. You can see over here, you see these wooden beams up here. That's how it is behind this green wall, and then there's a bunch of plumbing and electricity run behind it. They're actually gonna cover, this was right before they covered those beams with the new sheetrock. I'm doing a voiceover now because it was really loud. He was like using a drill and stuff, and it was really loud. And as you can see, we put the new hi-hats in, and it just makes the room look so much more modern and so much lighter, and it just makes it look, like I said, like more updated and not so old school, you know? And if you guys remember, here where the ACs were, there was a faucet with like lights shining up. We got rid of that faucet because it just looked really old school, and we just made it into a perfectly squared off, straight lined wall type thing, just so that it looked more modern and more clean cut. And here are the hi-hats in some of the other bedrooms. As you can see, we also ripped off all of those baseboards. We ripped out this entire room. We put the new hi-hats up, so that desk is gone now, thank goodness. At this point, we still hadn't installed the new floors. We just ripped it all out. And the only thing that we did keep in this room, oh, we also ripped out all those mirrors. And the only thing that we ended up keeping in the room was that big piece of like furniture that's built into the wall, this one right here, because I thought it was so great for makeup storage. Since this wasn't gonna be my work room, it was just a perfect place to store makeup. This is actually the floor that we installed in my work room and my work/makeup room. It's just like a really, really, really dark bamboo floor. So as you can see, it's moving along from the last time you saw it. That wall is gone. The floor is there because obviously the floor got messed up when we knocked on that wall, so we had to put down the new flooring. Well, not the new floor. We were able to get the same floor that had just been installed, which we got so lucky that I loved, like, not that we got so lucky that we loved that floor so much. Chris doesn't give a shit. He's just like, do whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm super excited for the cabinets to come and get installed. Hopefully they get installed soon, because I feel like once the cabinets get installed, then we're really gonna feel like we're making moves, you know? It's so funny, we were with the cabinet guy. I put it on my Instagram story. We were with the cabinet guy, I think it was just last week. Yeah, we were with him last week, and we were sitting down talking to him, like going back and forth about the layout, because the layout was quite the situation. And if you guys been watching The Bachelor, Ari season with Bibiana, they're like, she got sent home like on the 3rd or 4th episode, but they're interviewing her after she gets sent home, and she's crying. She's like, I'm broken. And like literally, I just looked at the cabinet guy and Chris, and I was like, I'm broken. Do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done. So, and they were cracking up, and the cabinet guy was like, yeah, you know, I always tell everyone, he's like, the day that you close on your house, you're super excited because you're all excited, like, oh my God, yes, this is so exciting. We're gonna get to make this place exactly what we want. And the day that everything is done and you're moved in, is like super happy. You're like, oh my God, we did it. We're here. This is awesome. He's like, but everything in between is a nightmare. And this is 100% true. So for the cabinets, we decided we're doing a two-tone. We're doing all the cabinets in the kitchen white, and then just the island is gonna be like a nice light gray color. And then we're still deciding on what countertop we're gonna put on the whole kitchen. We don't know exactly what countertop we're gonna do. We're gonna do quartz, but we don't know what color yet. We've only decided on the quartz for the island. In the island, we're gonna do Calacatta quartz, which Calacatta is like a marble, but they make a quartz that imitates it and looks like exactly like it. Because a slab of marble. That's expensive. That is very expensive. And we have to still get our appliances, but we're waiting. We're waiting until the cabinets are installed so that they can come and they can measure and give us a quote for the quartz. Then we can decide on which quartz we're gonna do. And then once all that's said and done, we're gonna go get the appliances, install the appliances, and then we can freaking move in. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay guys, so we have paint. It looks so good. We love the color. The paint came out awesome. The paint, I'll put it here on the screen so you guys know, but it's a BEHR spun wool from Home Depot. And what is the finish?
Flat.
And a flat finish. But yes. So it's like the perfect combination that like it's beige, but sometimes it's kind of like a soft grayish. Like it's like you'll notice it here. Like you see how over here it looks beige? But then I feel like here on this wall, those are my old swatches, but like this big chunk here looks more gray than this wall, right? You don't think so? I think it's just the lighting. Like with the way the sun hits it. And then hopefully, they're installing the kitchen next week already, right? Yeah. Well, the cabinets. Next week, we will have cabinets. Yay, so exciting. And then, show you guys some of the bedrooms really quick. I mean, I literally just picked one color and had the whole house painted one color. This is the makeup room, which is painted, and we painted the columns like this white color. We still gotta put floor in here. The floor is missing. This is another one of the guest bedrooms. But the paint, I feel like it made such a difference. Like we're finally starting to see everything come together. We're in the home stretch, right babe? Yep. The home stretch. Do you have anything to say about this journey? No?
A lot of work.
A lot of work. Okay guys, so at this point, it's been about 2 months and 1 week since we closed in the house, and we have a kitchen. I'm so excited. So let's do a quick little tour of our kitchen. So over here, this is the dining room area, which you guys have already seen. This right here is the pantry. I wanted to do some black iron fixtures. I really love the black iron fixture whole situation. I don't know why, it's just something that I've been really into. So I'm gonna kind of try to explain to you guys like my whole idea, my whole vision of the kitchen. Obviously everything is uninstalled yet. We still don't have countertops, we still don't have backsplash, all the appliances aren't installed, so we have a few things that we still need to do. But basically my whole thing was that I didn't want anything in this house actually to be super modern, and I didn't want anything to be super farmhouse, and I didn't want anything to be super eclectic. I wanted it to kind of be like a little bit of everything, but still feel homey and still feel just homey, you know what I mean? And not feel so cold. Because I feel like sometimes if you go way too modern, it feels too cold. And if you go way too farmhouse, it looks like a magazine. And it just doesn't feel homey. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. So I tried to incorporate a bunch of different things that both me and Chris liked so that we could get like a happy medium of everything and just feel happy and yummy and at home whenever we're in our house. So this right here is our pantry. We have a little pantry right here. I put some black iron fixtures. I really wanted to incorporate the black iron fixtures. I don't know why I love them. Like every picture that I ever saw of any kitchen while I was like looking at things while we were trying to get inspo for the kitchen, the black iron fixtures were like always my favorite thing. The handles, not the fixtures. So that's why we did this, and I loved how it contrasted with the white cabinets. You can see our island is gray, but I love the black fixtures and the white cabinets. I feel like it gives it this really nice kind of like industrial, rustic feel without it being too much or too in your face. So I was like super set on these fixtures. So in our pantry, which I absolutely love, we have these wooden drawers. I still have to put liners and stuff inside of them, but they come out so that you don't lose all of your stuff in the pantries. Like in our apartment right now, the pantry is super deep, so it's like things just get lost back there. So I'm very excited about these drawers. And then up here on the top part of the pantry, we just have shelving. Like this is how our pantry in our apartment is right now, and this is where things get lost because like there's no way to get to the back, especially all the way up here. Like this is super high. So this will probably just more be like storage and extra stuff up here. And then these up here, these floating pantries up here, I did them all glass. Right now, the company that we did them with, this is just like their their version of frosted glass. This is the only glass that they really have. I'm not crazy about it because as you can see, it has like these little like bubble things on it. For now, it's staying like that. I'm gonna change it to just a flat glass. And basically, these cabinets up here are just gonna be home to like the pretty plates and the pretty cups and just, you know, the things that are just there for aesthetic reasons, not that you actually use, because you can see everything through here. So I'll probably put like maybe some greenery, like some pretty mugs, some pretty plates, things like that in there. This is where our dishwasher goes in this little hole right here. This is our sink, which our sink, I ordered it online. I thought it was gonna be here between today and tomorrow, but it's actually gonna be here, today's Monday. So I thought it was getting here either today or tomorrow, and it's actually getting here next Monday. So yeah, that kind of sucked. But we're doing an apron sink, and it's like this dark gray, like stone colored apron sink. It's really pretty. I'm super excited. More cabinet space here. This is where our oven goes. That's where the hood goes. Our refrigerator is already installed. And then we have our wine fridge. And over here on the wine fridge, we're gonna have the quartz continue on top of it and then waterfall over on the end so that the kitchen ends nice and clean. Over here, we actually just got our quartz today. I cannot wait to show you guys once it's installed. So pretty. And then over here, we have Chris sitting there. Hey babe, say hi. And this is our island. So our island is like a light gray color, as you can see, and we have those same black iron fixtures. We actually went back and forth between doing like the short fixtures or the long ones, but we ended up deciding on the longer, wider ones that take up almost the whole drawer. We just felt like, I don't know, it made the drawers kind of look bigger, and like we just liked the look of it better with the wider ones. So that's what we stuck to here. This is where our microwave goes. It's a microwave drawer. It's actually getting delivered on Friday, so I can't show it to you right now because it's not installed yet. But yeah, this is our island. And as you can see, like this is our island right here. On the side of the island, we are actually covering the whole island in this really pretty like white rock. And like, I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but you can see it there. It's like super shiny and pretty. So we're putting this obviously not on the side where the drawers are, because that's where the drawers are, but on the two sides and on the front, we're gonna have that white rock to kind of just add like a nice little extra aesthetic feel and a little bit of like natural, I don't know, just a little something, a little zhuzh that we wanted to add to the island. I had seen a picture on Pinterest that somebody did this to their island, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, we are doing it. So this is getting installed tomorrow. I'm so excited to see it installed. I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's installed. But as for the countertop, the guy that's installing us told us that it takes about 10 to 15 days to install quartz. So I'm like, oh no, I want everything done. I just want to be done already. But yes, this is really the biggest progress we've made, the kitchen. We're also doing a backsplash, which as you can see is obviously not installed yet. The backsplash is outside, but it's dark. I can't show it to you guys right now, but it's like a really fun, kind of like Spanish looking gray and white tile. I wanted to do something that was like super like just homey and yummy, and like kind of when you came in, you felt like, oh my God, that's tile like from my grandmother's kitchen, but it's still super chic and it kind of ties everything together and matches. You're gonna see the vibe that I'm talking about when it's installed, but it's so pretty and I'm so excited to see the backsplash installed. I think that's the part that I'm most excited about in the kitchen is the backsplash, because I feel like it's like the fun little piece of the kitchen that's gonna bring everything together and just give it like that character that we're looking for and make it feel really homey and nice. So I cannot wait to see it installed. I'm so excited. Also installed the new doors, as you can see, and we painted them like a nice dark chocolate espresso brown. My parents actually did this in their house. They did white baseboards and white door frames, and then they did a really dark chocolate door with like a really modern, just square type of handle on it, and I loved it. I feel like it's like really modern, but it's still like simple. So I was like, okay, I really want dark doors. I love the contrast of the white door frame with the dark door. I just loved it. So all the doors in the house are like this now. And the beauty room has really come along too. I don't remember if I recorded the columns for you guys yet or not, but the columns have been painted white and sanded down to give them that nice kind of like rustic looking feel, that like, you know, kind of distressed type of look is what we were going for, and I feel like we achieved it pretty well. And they also added the baseboards in here. I feel like baseboards make such a difference. It just makes everything like look so nice and clean and crisp, and just makes it look complete. It's like one of those final little things that you put that it makes such a difference. And this is the ceiling, which I love the beams on the ceiling in this room. Excuse my face right now. I have no makeup on or anything. We're literally sitting at the house, and Chris was like, you wanna go by the house? And I was like, we're staying at the apartment. I get so confused now because I'm like, oh, let's go to the house, let's go to the house. And it's like, which house? Does this happen to you? No? Well, anyways, so we decided to come by because we wanted to, again, see how the rock was gonna look on the island. We've come a long way since we started. We still have a lot to do, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We're almost there. We're almost there, right?
No again.
No? Okay guys, so here is the finished kitchen. This is actually the day after we moved all of our stuff, and it was after the first night that we slept there. We're still missing in this video like our pendant over the island and some stuff, but I'm gonna give you guys kind of an in-depth tour of all the construction that happened in the kitchen. And I'll try to give as many details as possible as to where we got all the stuff and where we bought all the stuff and who we did all this stuff with. So I know this seems like a pretty small detail, but it's something that I was super set on having in our kitchen. I really wanted this rock all around the island. I just feel like it adds this beautiful kind of natural feel by putting the natural rock, and then it added a little bit of glam at the same time since it does have this beautiful shine to it and it kind of glistens when the sun hits it. I had seen it, like I said before, in a picture on Pinterest and I fell in love with it. So I was like super set on I want this accent in the kitchen, and we made it happen. And it's honestly one of my favorite parts of the kitchen. And we bought this rock at Floor and Decor. So now let's get into the countertops, which, oh my God, me and Chris were so excited when we picked out these countertops. We fell in love with them like instantly. So I know that before I said we were planning on doing one type of countertop on the island and a separate one around the rest of the kitchen. We ended up doing the same thing across the whole kitchen. This is Calacatta Gold quartz. It's not regular Calacatta, it's Calacatta Gold. As you can see, it has some little accents of beige and like cream in it. It's not super, super, super gray. And we just felt like the little hints of gold within it added like a nice little touch of glam without being too much. So what we did do, since we did the same quartz all the way across the kitchen, is on the island, we went with a 4-inch quartz. We had them cut it into 4 inches, which you're gonna see right now. So it's a really, really, really thick slab of quartz. And over the rest of the kitchen, we did 2 inches of quartz. So we kind of just wanted the island to really stand out and be like the main statement piece of the kitchen. So that's why we did that. And now you guys are just gonna see the little dogs playing. Olivia loves to play with that basket. There they are. Hi, babies. Oh. So let's move on to the cabinets now, guys. We did all of our cabinets with Panda kitchens. They are located here in South Florida in Doral. As you guys saw before, we did the island like a light gray color and the rest of the kitchen is a white color. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. All of our pools are from Amazon. Chris actually found them on Amazon. I don't know how he found them, but he did, and they worked perfect, and we love them. And up until now, we've had no issues. And all the drawers are soft close, as you will see right now. So now let's move on to the microwave, because it's actually a pretty cool microwave. We put the microwave in the island because we didn't really have anywhere else to put it. Normally your microwave goes over your oven, but we wanted to put a hood. So this drawer microwave was perfect for us. As you can see, it's like super easy to use and it's really cool, and it takes up a lot less space because you can just put it in with any of the cabinets. To my understanding, the only company that makes these drawer microwaves right now is Sharp. So moving on to, I think, my favorite part of our entire kitchen. I love this little corner of the kitchen where we have our little bar. I'm gonna talk about the little bar area and our backsplash. Yay! So here's our backsplash, guys. It's kind of like a Spanish grandma's kitchen looking tile, but because it's like gray, it still looks really chic and modern. And oh my God, I just love our backsplash so much. It's from Porcelanosa, which is also in Doral. It's a funny story. I go on the website a lot to get inspo because they're a little bit pricey. And I went onto their website to get some inspo. I saw this backsplash. I fell in love with it. And I went crazy looking for it in other places because I was like, oh my God, it's going to be super expensive from this place. And then I couldn't find anything that I liked as much. So I just called Porcelanosa and I was like, hey, what's the price on this? And they were like, oh, all of our backsplashes are on sale for 50% off. And I was like, what? So we got the backsplash that same day and I'm obsessed with it. I love it. As you saw a moment ago, we finished off all the edging with all the backsplash with those little silver trims so that we'd have like nice clean edges, and also the silver adds like a little hint of glam and modern to the kitchen. Okay guys, so this is our wine fridge. I don't remember exactly how many bottles it holds, but it holds quite a bit. We actually got this wine fridge on crazy sale. We went to Best Buy to get the rest of our appliances, and this was on clearance because it had like a tiny little dent on the very top of it. And we ended up taking it because it was originally like a $900 and something wine fridge, and I think we paid like under $200 for it just because it had that little dent that was gonna get covered by the quartz anyways. So this is our wine fridge. It's super cute. We love it. It's pretty full right now. And this wine fridge is from Whirlpool. Moving on to the next appliance, we have the refrigerator. So you guys know all of our appliances, like the rest of the appliances in the kitchen, are all Samsung. Chris really wanted Samsung. I don't really know why. He was just really set on Samsung. So I was like, okay, I don't really care, whatever you want. But we did go with black stainless steel. And let me tell you something, what a blessing it has been. Like, it gets no fingerprints on it. It's so much easier to clean. It just looks so nice and modern. We just really love the black stainless steel. So this over here is our oven and our hood. This oven is a gas oven. We went back and forth because we had gas already in the house for the water heater, and we ended up running it into the kitchen because we really wanted a gas stovetop. And honestly, it's been life-changing, guys. It was like the best thing we did. I'm obsessed with this gas stovetop. And the oven is also a double oven, which is very nice for when we have people over. But by far, our favorite thing about the oven is that it is even with the countertop. So it looks like it's like a continuous part of the countertop, which we love because it makes it look very modern and very sleek. Here's another look of the backsplash behind the oven. And as you can see, we also added some LED lights underneath of the cabinets. So we always have like down lighting over all the backsplash. I actually really didn't care too much for those little down lights underneath the cabinets, but I'm glad Chris was so adamant about it. It's really nice, especially at night, because we always have light in the kitchen. Moving on to the sink. This is like the pride and joy of our kitchen. I think this is Chris's favorite part of the entire kitchen. He's obsessed with the sink. This was a serious splurge considering that it was just a sink, but we felt so in love with it. We knew we wanted a farmer sink or an apron sink. I don't know what the correct term for it is, but we knew we wanted one of those sinks. So we started researching different ones. We really didn't want white because we felt like it was gonna blend too much with the cabinets. So we started looking for other things. We weren't in love with the stainless steel one. And then we came across this one on Wayfair, which was this dark gray, like natural stone type looking sink. And we just fell in love with it and we're like, forget it, we're getting this sink. So I will link it below in the description box just in case you guys wanna check it out. But it really is a beautiful piece and it really is a nice little statement in the kitchen. So to end the kitchen, we put our pantry there. Originally, we didn't have a pantry in the plans, and last minute, we ended up adding it in, thank God. And we also ended up adding in last minute the cabinets that went all the way up to the ceiling. Originally, we only had cabinets, I don't know what the standard is, but they were the standard ones that didn't touch the ceiling, so we're really glad that we ended up changing it to the ones that touch the ceiling. It just makes the kitchen look so much grander, so much larger, so much taller, and it really did make a huge difference. And then these are just the black candles, once again, that I'm so in love with that I still can't believe we got this on Amazon. So that's it, guys. That's the whole kitchen. From when I filmed this to today, we have actually done a lot in the kitchen. We added some floating shelves. We added our chandelier over the island. We added the hi-hats throughout the kitchen, and it really did kind of bring everything together and make a huge difference. What is Olivia doing? Look at her looking in the corner, licking the cabinet. She's so crazy. But if you guys want an updated kitchen little tour, house tour, just let me know and I'll do updates as we do things to the house so you guys can see what's going on. I also very quickly wanted to show you guys the makeup room because we finally added in the floors and we finally painted that big piece of built-in furniture that was in there. We actually painted this with just gray chalk paint from Home Depot and we love how it turned out so much. It looks so chic and effortless and just so cute and we're obsessed with it. In this moment, actually, I still haven't even put handles on this piece of furniture. I haven't done anything in the house really. Like we've done some stuff, but it just got so crazy with all the wedding planning and it just got really crazy. So now that we're back from the wedding, we're like so excited to start doing stuff again. So I'm really excited to finish up this room and when I do, I'll give you guys a full tour. The last thing I have to show you guys is the laundry room. It's not very exciting, but we did do a lot in this room. We closed off that door that led to the back patio and we put the washer and dryer in here. So now we just have a little room for the laundry. I do plan on making this a little bit cuter, but I don't really know how yet. This is really the last room that I'm thinking about, to be 100% honest. Oh, and now the electric panel is in this room also. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, comment below and just let me know. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.